Zach Taylor is under pressure. Duke Tobin is under pressure. Steve Zorns is under pressure. His picks suck. 0-4 last week. Al Golden is under pressure. Why don't you call Notre Dame, Al? See if they'll take you back. We'll pay for your ticket back, won't we, Steve?
No.
We won't?
No.
All right. We won't. You know what pressure does, Stevie boy?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
It bursts pipes.
It does do that.
The pipes are bursting at Paul Brown Stadium, Paycor Stadium. Trade request. Zach Taylor's culture is under pressure. The Bengals are definitely under pressure.
They are.
The pressure is mounting in Cincinnati. We're going to talk about it all next on the Bang the Drum Podcast. What's up, Stevie boy?
Not much, my man. How are you doing this lovely, brisky, cold, frigid morning?
Yeah, I think we'll get some warm weather, but it feels like winter in the mornings anyway. I guess we're only a month in.
I know.
Time changes. We're a month in. Time changes tonight, dude. I don't like that, do you?
I don't either. We will get an extra hour sleep tomorrow, but whatever.
It's not worth it. I'll take that hour. I'll take 3 less hours not to go do that bullshit. It's getting dark. It'll be dark 5:20, probably 5:30. A little later than that, I guess, right now. But
right now.
Here we are. So we haven't done this in a while. Tell me what's going on with you, Stevie boy. You good?
I'm good.
Good in the hood?
Just done the family life. Had the kids over last night for Halloween. Ate some food. Took the TV outside. Froze our butts off watching Halloween. Had a good fire. Just hung out and enjoyed the fam.
Good.
That's it. I already asked how you were doing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I went to you first. I'm great. I'm better now. Long week in Vegas. Actually, a very good work week in Vegas. Conference, for those of you that do that stuff or in sales, you know what that's like. Went really well, but so excited to get home. I mean, I've been traveling a lot here lately.
Yeah.
Again, next week, it's a grind. So we all have. It's not just me. Everybody at work. So it's a grind, especially in Vegas where it's dry, air's dry. But we stayed at the Fontainebleau, and our cab said, "I'm not calling it that. I'm calling it Fontainebleau. I don't care if they like it or not, but it's the Fontainebleau." Best hotel I've ever been in Vegas. Never been down that. I've been down that side, not since this has been built. So, schwanky. Hard to find something decent to eat without spending a fortune. But hey, it's not my money.
That's true.
It's not my money.
No.
But got stuck in Detroit. Flight canceled. Had to spend an extra night. It's too late to do
happen
it.
to a better person.
Couldn't do anything. I was tired anyway. But had a somewhat late night. 3 a.m. their time, 6 a.m. Yeah, it's good every once in a while. Drank a few pops, smoked a stogie.
I had one of them last night. So.
Yeah, stogie was good. A lot of people down there. It was pretty loud. Just hearing noise all the time is kind of rough. I don't know if you feel that way. You're just like, even at the game, right? Like, just noise for hours in a row. I need time, so I got that a little bit in. Day trois. Stayed at the hotel connected to the airport. So you just walk over and then walk out, so you don't have to worry about a cab and all that kind of stuff. So not bad. So here we are. I got a new... looks like a Bengals hockey jersey on for warm weather. It's not
cool.
bad. Yeah, I like it. It's not that bad out here, but it's tough on the hands, right? And you can't really type and look stuff up, and we're getting there. Felt good at the game the other day.
If we only had a perfect place to do this kind of thing at someone else's house that is warm, perfect. I think he even calls it the cave.
He does.
It's got everything in it, a bar, a kegerator,
your
a
internet
TV.
sucks, though, dude. You can't rely on it.
It's the same internet we do lives with, dude.
It's true, but we're outside. We're in Cincinnati. We're not in your cave. We can do it there.
Yeah.
Do it in the garage. Do it there. If you're not man enough to be in a
Just saying.
cold weather city,
I'm just saying.
taking on cold weather football, maybe we just let's go root for a fucking dome team. Dome team, why don't we? You want to root for the Colts?
No.
The Lions?
Let's root for the Lions. Want to?
I kind of like Lions. I kind of like the Colts, but I can't root for Lou, you know?
Yeah.
I like Indiana Jones' story and all that stuff. I don't know if they're that good. I keep saying that. I don't know. I'm gonna find
I
out.
went against them this week.
Did you?
I did.
A little precursor preview there on who not to bet on.
Exactly.
We'll do a quick. We got to talk about it, Stevie. We wanted to do an earlier show this week, but like I said, I was gone. It's just it's tough for me to schedule stuff in Vegas. When I did a podcast a long time ago, I'd jump in a hotel room and do it, but that's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's just tough to make sure you can have the time.
It's kind of our thing. That's one thing different about us is we do it in person.
Yeah.
There's no other podcast to
No.
do this. So we try. I live 8 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. So
Elements.
yeah.
In the elements, usually. We won't, if it gets much colder, we won't be in the elements. This is all right, though. Like, if we were doing this, like our normal time slot, it wouldn't be that bad. It's
No.
just so early. Problem with the breakfast edition we're doing today, we don't drink or smoke either.
Right.
It takes a little bit away from it.
It does.
Got some Christmas beer for you.
I'll-
Bad treat.
At this point, I'll drink anything.
Christmas ale.
I was tempted because, like I said, I did drink 8 or 9 Cincy Light last night, which is a little heavier beer than So I was driving over, going, we could still do that segment this morning. That beer might help me out.
We could have. Still can if you want.
I gotta
Grab
go to
one.
Mom and Dad's. If I wasn't going to Mom and Dad's,
I am
would.
too. I got, like, it's my birthday Monday, so we're doing all that stuff. So,
Happy early birthday,
thank
buddy.
you, sir. Yeah, I drank Stella, and I was getting them by the 24 ounces, right? So I'm not even sure how many I had. I didn't feel that bad. I felt fine the next day, but it's over a long time. But I eat so much, right? Thing with, like, Stella, that's the thing with beer. Like, guys I'm with are all drinking, like, vodka time or whatever, right? Vodka soda.
Right.
It just doesn't fill you up like that. So when you're drinking, like, especially Stella, man, you feel like you gained 25 pounds.
I know.
Just-
That's how I
don't-
feel this morning.
I don't like that feeling, but what are you going to do? All right. Let's talk about the game. We were there, Stevie boy. It was not pretty. It was not good. Let's talk about right now. We'll start with some of the defensive stuff. Right now, statistically, and I think you don't need statistics to know it. If you're watching it, you see it there. They are the worst tackling team in the entire National Football League. Your thoughts on tackling and what's going on with this team on defense?
So their tackling is horrendous, and a lot of it's because of the angles they take to tackle. Like they always constantly want to go inside shoulder, and then that leaves them vulnerable on the outside. And if the offensive players got leverage, they're just not getting there. Yeah, they'll touch a leg and all that crap and dive, and it's just it's horrible. And honestly, we talked about it before. I'm pretty sure don't quote me on these stats, but the last 2 games, the Bengals still have less missed tackles than it was the Jets and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had more missed
They're bad
tackles,
defense.
and so did the Jets. But that just tells you how bad the NFL is right now.
It's awful.
They got to start being able to do more in preseason. I mean,
They're not in pads hardly at all.
and the problem is, the contract isn't up for freaking 7 more
They're
years.
not gonna
or
give
something.
on
what I
it
mean?
anyway.
They're not going to give on it. But I mean, it's just the product is so bad
Across the league.
across the league in every aspect. So then when you have less talent, like the Bengals got, and let's be honest, they're not super athletic. They got a couple guys that can move. But they're not fundamentally sound, and honestly, I don't think they're real smart players either. So all that comes back to tackling, right? Like taking those angles and not knowing exactly where they're supposed to be or where their teammate is going to be and what his responsibility is. It's not knowing where you're going to be. It's like, okay, if he's got outside leverage, I need inside leverage, or vice versa. That way, if he cuts it up inside or outside, you've got contained. It's horrible. And I don't, it's so hard to watch. I'm just like, hurry up and score so we can watch the offense.
Yeah.
That's where it's at right now. You hope and hope and hope. I just don't think it's going to get any damn better. I just don't. It's pathetic.
It's embarrassing. I think, the old Belichick thing and do your job, right? They don't do their job. They're jumping into other lanes, doing there's no synchronicity between the D-line linebackers and secondary, and they're just all over the place. Just kind of doing their own thing. It looks like backyard pee-wee football, right? It's almost like, if you've ever watched soccer, I don't recommend it. And to you, those of you that like soccer, sorry for you. I feel bad for you. You're the one, huh? I hate soccer with a passion.
Me too.
Never mind that. But you watch pee-wee soccer. My daughter played for a while. Whew. The ball's here, like the ball's in one spot, and all 7 of them run to the ball. Meanwhile, they kick it somewhere else, and they're just running down. That's what they do. It's one fake or one guy runs into a zone. They all go there. Somebody, and it's part. I was still content. I agree with everything you said, but another addition to that is, I was talking to some folks about that. When you drop that deep this weekend in Vegas, some Bengals fans I know that were there, when you drop that deep and you're having to come up that far to tackle someone on the flat, it's not easy because they've got time to adjust. They pick up their speed, accelerate,
and then you're speeding up too, right?
Oh yeah.
So then it's hard to slow
it's
down.
It's like the John Anthony play against Kansas City last year. He's so deep, he's running so far. Like I saw some guy, and I'm not going to call him out here. I'll just repeat what he said. He's Mr. Homer and he's Mr. Goofy, and his takes are just all like it. It just seems fake to me that you're that nice, and if you are that nice, more power to you. I never want to be that nice, Steve, ever. It just seems so pretentious to me. But if Zach Taylor was a real man, he'd call Lou up and apologize to him. For what? Same thing happened last year, dude. Where were you for 17 games last year?
Yep.
It's the same damn defense, right? Which tells you a lot about personnel to a degree. But also, I think it's just the style they play. It's very similar. I didn't think Golden would be that way, but it's drop deep, lay way back, and let them pick you apart, right? And, you just can't win doing that. And, we talked about it before. You look at Caleb Downs and at Ohio State. The only time he's diving to make a tackle is if he's making an unreal tackle where he shouldn't even be in the play. Otherwise, he's breaking down. They don't break down at all. Yeah. Part of it, again, you can't break down when you're that far deep, right? It's just horrible. One thing about the secondary, they've certainly had their struggles, but it is tough when you have no pass rush.
No pass.
I don't think they'd be that good anyway, but when you have no pass rush, I mean, Justin Fields is the owner wanted to bench him. Wanted no part of him. The backup gets hurt, so they're forced to play him, and he lights you up.
Yep.
That's embarrassing. That's fireable offenses across the board. We'll talk about that in a second, but the Jets come in, one of the worst teams in the league, embarrassing about on offense. They're without their two best players, Wilson. Nobody's really talked about that, but Sauce and Wilson. Their two best players haven't won a game. The ship is off course. It's sinking. Coach is mad, owner's mad, everybody's mad. They're horrible, and they take it to you the whole second half. Embarrassing across the board. And on offense, we'll talk about it. I'll say this, I looked at you, I think it was third quarter, and they were still up, right? I said, I don't like the feeling here. Remember that? Everybody's cheering. I said, something's just not right. It just felt flat. They just didn't feel like there was any enthusiasm. I think they quit on him in many ways. I haven't seen anybody talk about it.
Well,
the enthusiasm and energy on the team is not there, which speaks to the trade request as well. We talked about that impacts the team, especially when your captain does it. It's very, whether I'm on Logan's side with some of this stuff or not, when you're a captain, you don't do that, and it's deflated. I think it's hurt the team a little bit. Certainly hasn't helped them. Shamar, he's not doing what I thought he would do. I'm not, a buddy of mine said he didn't have any bend in college. I think he did have bend in college, Washington. I disagree with him. He thought it was all power. It's tough to do that in the league. Offensive line wasn't too bad, honestly. The Jets aren't a very good defense. The only thing that's concerning, if you're still believing, and we'll talk about that later, is I think you remember the Browns in that playoff game, Team Houston, I think it was. Flacco kind of figured him out, and the next year they figured him out, getting a little bit more tape on him. Took some stuff away, and what was he doing? Just forcing throws at Jamar. Look at the average yards attempt. Chase was what was it, 5 or something?
Yeah, it was less, like 4.8 or 4.7.
Yeah, and so he's just going there instead of reading anything. And I think some of that's the lack of complexity in Zach's offense, right, which we talked about way before Flacco.
Of course, he just got here too, so.
He did, but they're figuring him out. He's been around a while there, right? It's not like he came off the street either, but it's offensively good for a while. I thought Zach choked on the bit and all that. We'll get to Zach in a second, but I thought overall, okay, I guess. But when it mattered most, we talked about it in previous years, right? Okay, you put up 38. Okay, you did whatever. Should that be enough to win? Yes. You can't even argue that. However, you had multiple chances to end the damn game. And when the chips were on the table, what happened to Zach Taylor's teams?
Yeah.
With him calling plays. They faltered. Super Bowl. Championship game. Multiple chances to blow the game open. It shouldn't even be close. And he's such a bad play caller. He keeps teams close. Your defense sucks. You lose the game. Your thoughts on the offense?
Well, let me go back to Shamar here real quick. I'm really disappointed in how that has all played out. You know what I mean? I don't know. I watched him a good bit Sunday, and he just didn't look like he had any burst. Now, he looked pretty good against Cleveland. So maybe the injury,
His
being out.
His gait looks off.
Yeah,
like,
he just
when
looked.
he's jogging off the field. We talked about it.
Yeah,
He doesn't look like he's moving fluidly. I
don't know if he's lying and he wanted to get out there and play, that he wasn't ready or what. But yeah, he doesn't look right at all. As far as the offense goes, I've said it before. I mean, I've been 50-50 on Zach, but he has to do better as a play caller. I mean, he choked.
Oh, he always
absolutely
does.
100%. For one, they took a lot of time because I think it was between the first and second down play. They took like the whole play clock, and everybody in the stands are going, "What are you doing?"
Yelling, screaming, booing.
Yeah. So, are you going to settle for a 55-yard field goal?
That's what he likes to do. How many times has he done it?
I mean, I understand Evans having a good year, but don't settle for that. You've been moving the ball up and down the field, except for when it mattered there at the end. And I don't understand why. I think his offense is actually pretty good. I really do. I think his play calling at times is just not good. I mean, they put up points. I mean, they're a top 5, top 6 offense every year. I mean, and granted they got players, but they get the ball to players. Joe Flacco, all these guys, and even Browning a few years ago, they got the ball to the playmakers. T's got to get more targets. I mean,
yeah, what he had 2 or something like that.
Right. I mean, he had the big one. He's got to get more targets. He's got to be more a part of the game plan. And I mean, hell, use Chase as a decoy. I mean, and get T the ball, even if they go double, because that's what they done. The last 3 drives they went double on the outside. Yoshi has got to be better, and if not, let Tinsley play.
He should be playing.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Yoshi's dropped time and he passed. Yeah. I mean, that's just my point. It's the loyalty, the lack of accountability of some of these guys, right? They finally, they pull Logan, but my gosh, there's so many guys on this team that aren't making plays, and where there are young backups, right? So,
right.
Yeah, not good. So I'm going to talk about a take here that's prevalent. I'm not knocking anybody. One of my buddies says that every time you post something, what about ownership? What about ownership? It's not knocking him, but because you hear it other places. I just don't understand that take. Like, I'm not a fan of Mike Brown and Katie Blackburn in any way, shape, or form. But, so what are your arguments? They don't spend money. Hello?
Yeah.
I mean, Burrow, T, Chase, Trey this year. Hello? I mean, come on. They're spending money, right? And I wish they'd spend a little more, get closer to the cap there, but they kept the big guys, right? Mm-hmm. Well, Jesse Bates, that's years ago. And that was a Tobin. I don't care what they say. They thought they had Dax Hill. They thought he'd be just as good, if not better. That's a personnel decision. Mm-hmm. If you think that Katie and Mike are up there making picks, you're out of your mind.
Yeah,
they might have forced the Jackson Carman pick. They're not doing this. This show, no matter how you feel, you can defend him all you want. This show is on Duke Tobin, personnel-wise. Period. And there's no other way around it. If you want to argue that they signed him late, maybe the Bengals, that's who they are. I agree with that part of it, right? They fight, and they could have signed the guys cheaper. I do think some ownership was involved in that. But at the end of the day, they're way under the cap. So did it matter, Steve? It did not matter, right? It did not matter. They're way under the cap. The caps went up so much, it's not going to even impact those 3 guys.
I think after next year's raise, it basically pays, the last 4 years, pays for Joe's salary.
Yeah. They're going to be
40-50 million. That's what's went up.
Yeah, they're going to be under the cap by what, 50 million, something like that. It's something ridiculous next year.
Yeah, right? Plus that's not including the cuts that they're going to make.
Yeah,
and they're probably going to make a lot.
Yeah, Orlando, whoever.
They'll be back up around that 70, 75.
Yeah. So they're one of the highest teams. So they're not spending.
Every year.
They've paid the big boys. Now, should they be more aggressive? Yeah. That's just who they are. That's who Duke is. He's conservative as bleep. So's Zach. I'm going to say it like it is. They have no balls. Neither one of them do. Zach is shucks. He's not going to stand up to anybody. He's going to acquiesce when a player gets in his face. He's a candy ass.
And he ain't going to point anybody
No,
out.
he's a candy ass. Duke's a candy ass. 2 candy asses equals what you're seeing. There's no fire in them. There's no to either one of them. And Duke is a horrible talent evaluator. This is not hindsight. You're listening to all your other podcasts. You're listening to the radio. You're doing whatever. They're all jumping on now. I've been here all the way through. And somehow I convinced myself that Joe, Chase, and T are so good, and Trey, that they'll overcome the inefficiency of the coach in that. And that's saying a lot, right? And I think they have for a while. But it's gotten even worse since the championship window opened because there's nobody in that building, again, that knows how to operate a championship team. So, you want them to sell a team. Okay? Let's sell a team. They're not going to do it. So what's the point of even talking about it? Duke Tobin can and might get fired. Zach Taylor can and might get fired. They are not selling the team.
No.
It's a moot point.
Yeah.
You can sign your petitions, you can do all the other nonsense you're doing. You sound like some Wookiees that are out there. Sorry, Wookiees that are out there protesting over nonsense, right? You're hypocritical. It doesn't matter. It's stupid. Who do you want? You want Jerry Jones? How's that going, Steve?
Yeah.
It's money. Oh, we need more money. How's Jerry Jones doing? How's David Tepper doing? He's one of the richest people on the planet. How's that going for him?
Yeah.
How's Jimmy Haslam doing in Cleveland? Right?
Yeah,
Rich.
It's awful.
And guess what they are all the time? Their big ass noses are in the way, interfering. Is that what you want?
No.
I'll take this over that.
Yep.
Here you got a chance.
Just do it better.
Yeah. And,
Because I mean, let's face it. Chase, T, Joe, maybe not so much Joe, but definitely Chase and T. They could have had cheaper. Could have saved 10, 15, who knows how much millions if they get the deals done. Trey, it's starting to look like a pretty good deal that they got for Trey.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like they're ignorant about that. I mean, look, he's hurt. He's got 4 sacks.
Yep.
He's got 4 sacks, and we're halfway through the season.
That hits no joke.
And he may not play this week.
He's
and
not
if he
going to
does,
play. He's not going to play.
He's not 100%. So, I mean,
He went 100% Sunday.
he may end up with 6, 7 sacks. You're paying $30 million.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like they have to do a better job in the beginning. They have to start evaluating some talent. But what it comes down to is Duke has to start. Let's put it this way: Duke ain't going nowhere.
I don't know, man.
He ain't going because there was a quote. I remember this quote from 2 years ago. It was Mock Turtle Soup. He said, "Duke is like part of the family. He's been with us, and his dad's been with us forever. We trust Duke. This is who we put our faith in, is Duke Tobin."
You better get a new religion then, because your faith is whack. So that's one problem I will say about the ownership on down. Their loyalty is ridiculous. They've done it over and over. Marvin and everyone else. The game's different now, though. I'll say it again. Number 9's watching all this stuff. And so's number 5 and so's number 1. Especially T's not going to say anything.
And my thoughts changed on that, too, because Joe wants to win. And if he sees this from afar, because remember, he's included in all this stuff, but he's probably still seeing this from afar, not quite as included as usual. So he's probably seeing this going,
outside eye.
Yeah.
He's hearing all the rumbles more than he would in the past, right?
Right. So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season goes and what happens in the offseason. But it's going to be a interesting offseason for sure.
We're going to get to that. Don't spoil it yet. The other thing is, Jamar's way more outspoken. Way more. He might cause a ruckus. Like, he
is a captain.
He's hinting at it.
He has stepped up like a leader.
He's talking more. But, behind the scenes, him and Joe are talking, right? So, the other side of that, like, you hear people, and I understand that, the mass media, right? Oh, they don't have enough scouts. Look at other teams. This is not high school baseball. I'm telling you, this is the cockiest thing I've said on this show. And I mean it. They hired me today as a full-time employee. Guess what I could do, Stevie Boy? I can scout the entire U.S. by myself. Not pro personnel. That's different. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do the cap management. I wouldn't want to do it. Cap managed pro personnel, I have no part of. I can scout all college football by myself. And I can guarantee you I can do a better job than they are. I've done it. It's in writing. Go check it out. I do a better job than they do. So you don't need 158 people. You know what happens when you have too many voices? You have no voices. If everybody's right, then nobody's wrong.
I
everybody's
don't have a
right,
problem with
nobody's wrong.
The amount of people that are scouted. I don't have a problem with that.
They go nuts over that stuff, but
I don't care.
Really, that is the reality in workplace. When you have too many people, then everybody's right, nobody's wrong. And it's called the confirmation bias. It's called the, yes men everywhere, and everybody says the same thing. You don't want that. The problem is the people that have in the building aren't good. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. Duke Tobin sucks. He's
not
horrible.
Good. He's bad.
He's been horrible. He is horrible. He should not have a job there, and he wouldn't have a job in the NFL, and we're going to talk about it in a second. Okay, Zach's approach here, buddy boy. He continues we on offense, they on defense. Does that sound like a head coach to you, Stevie Boy?
Not really. I've noticed that too. I don't know. It's so.
He views himself as an offensive play caller only. That's what I didn't like about him from the beginning. Show some balls. That's your defense, dude. You're like people take up for him. Well, our offense. He's the head coach. He's responsible for special teams. He's responsible for the defense. He's responsible for his offense. And guess what else?
He hired the damn coach.
He's responsible for the whole entire coaching staff. He fired Lou to save himself. How's that going? Looks the same to me. He's responsible for it all. His head needs to be on the guillotine. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's time. They need a change across the board. Don't think it's going to happen, but Zach could go. I do not think Duke's going anywhere. But Zach could go, especially if it really go. Like if they lose Sunday and they go 3-6, and then with the schedule they got coming up after the bye, I mean they could be like 3-10, like that.
We got a question about that coming up, but first, like this hat?
I do like it. It's all
Good.
right.
It's like a Halloween little black and
I would
orange.
never wear it, but someone like you would
can't
wear
pull it off. You can't pull it.
I can pull anything off.
You can't pull anything.
I can.
The thing you can pull off is, I'm not gonna say it.
No.
We're trying to keep a clean show. I dropped one F-bomb. I knew I was going to today. I've been better at that. That's my first F-bomb in like 5 weeks.
You have been.
You've said it. You've.
Once.
If they caught you when somebody doesn't have the right color on, how many F-bombs are you dropping? Supposed to wear all black day Bengals. They got white on. How many F-bombs are you dropping?
Oh, it's unlimited.
Over, under 50 in an hour. Over. I get over. Way over. Way over. All right, here we go. So this is a tough one. Here's the bottom line. Before we get to this, we're going to talk about your mindset and my mindset and where we think the fans are at. But before we do that, everything we said and what we're getting ready to say, like it or not, they're still in it. And, unfortunately, the Bears, who we're going to see on Sunday, did not help our Bengals out at all. They laid an egg against Tyler bleeping Hunley and lost the game. Embarrassing. Ben Johnson and the Bears. And then the Ravens, we both picked them, by the way. We'll talk about that in a second. Unfortunately, we're both right against the Miami Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. I just didn't see that going any other way. Miami fired their GM. I don't know if you saw that. He gone.
Yeah, he gone.
He gone. So they're still in it. I mean, you look at it, if you do beat the Bears, we'll talk about our picks there. Don't spoil it. If they do, I think there's a good chance Pittsburgh loses Sunday night, but the Ravens are right there chomping at the bit. So reality, they're in it. You can't argue that they're not, but in reality, are they? Is it a mirage? I think it's a mirage. They're not in it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a mirage. Yeah, but because of the schedule coming up.
Yeah, I just can't see it.
I think they're done.
I think they're done too. So, with that leading in perfectly, I'll let you go first on this one. I should play a little Pixies, who I heard live. Where is my mind? We did that before on the show. What's your mindset? Would you rather them play and end up play hard, be competitive, end up like they did last few years? Let's say 9-8, 8-9, 7-10. It's weird still doing the 17 game. Miss out on the playoffs. Everybody's got a little hope. Everybody stays. They build the next year. Or they get their ass handed to them the next 7-8 games. Duke's gone. Zach's gone. Refresh everything. Where's your mind at?
So this is a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Because they're playing so many young players, you want to instill like that winning culture, and losing the next 5-6 games in a row is not instilling that. You want to see improvement because whether we like it or not, this is who they have. I talked about this before. Yes, you can go from worst to first or worst to top 10. It can happen. But with that being said, you have to show improvement through the year and see if these guys can improve. And so it's tough because I want them. I love to see a top 5, top 3 pick. You know what I mean? That'd be fantastic. But with that being said, that's the whole rest of the year being crap football. That's an off season that's just going to be crazy, right? With all the changes and this and that. But I don't. Here's the thing: whether I want to see it or not, I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a tank, but they're going to be trying. You know what I mean? It's going to be it's going to be bad. It's not going to be good. Fans are going to be pissed, and rightfully so, because like I said before, we're the ones that are paying these season ticket prices that keep going up.
Yeah, no joke.
And they want the money even earlier.
Yep.
It's we should have a say or at least be pissed and be like, no, this isn't what we're out here and what we're paying for this product on the field.
Not what we signed up for.
No, but I seriously think that whether we want it or not, or what I think or what I want, I mean, I would love to see their defense improve, and all of a sudden they take off. They usually do it. Let Joe come back. We see him toward the end of the year, get in the playoffs. I mean, that would be fun. I mean, that would be from how we feel right now. If something like that happened, it would be like maybe one of the better seasons that we've ever encountered. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to suck. The defense sucks. They can't effing tackle. They can't cover. They can't get pressure. And then when it's on the line, they can't score freaking points. So there it is. I mean, I'm sick of it. It's a bunch of bullshit. And if
I finally got you there. I kept baiting it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. And you brought it.
It's ridiculous. They need to step the F up and start putting a product on the field that we can be proud of. Period.
Yep. They look like a high school team, a bad high school team tackling. So my answer is that if it's going to be, 7 wins, 8 wins, whatever, or tank, I want tank and everybody gone. I kind of want it anyway. I'm not going to root against them. Not now. You get to week 15, 16, maybe we do when they're playing Arizona. Hope they lose this guy. I don't feel that way now. I'm not rooting against them tomorrow. I haven't rooted against them. I'm not going to. But I want them to lose. I think that's the only path. You see it, like I know
but you can't trust them even if they do lose, though.
I want them out. That's what I'm saying. If it's not enough to get Duke and them out, I don't give a fuck. But if it's enough to get those two out, Duke and his staff, Zach and his staff, that's what I want. I think long-term, there's no long-term thinking in that building. There's no long-term strategy. They're just willy-nilly, right? That's why they signed the guys late.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got Trey hurt. You've lost the best quarterback in football. You thought you had a quarterback that could at least get him through in Jake Browning. And now you got Joe Flacco, who is 40 years old, coming into an offense. So when you look at that as an owner, as part of the front office, those are excuses. And those are excuses that they're actually going to look at and say, well, okay, all this stuff kind of happened. This is why this happened. Whether the defense or not, they'll look at the overall scheme, especially when it comes to Zach, and as close as they are to the family in the front office. I don't see it because there's too many excuses that hasn't been their fault.
Were they 9-8
now there's
last
plenty
year?
that is. We've sat here and screamed about it, but what's your opinion on that as far as the injuries and all the things that's happened? I mean, do you really think that it's going to be enough to get them out?
Well, I think there's a few things on that. They were 9-8 last year. Burr was healthy the whole year.
Yep.
So they blame Lou. Lou's gone. It's the same.
Yep.
It's worse.
And let's hope they look at that.
It's worse. So you've been given a franchise quarterback. When he got hurt 2 years ago, Joe, they played 8, 9 games at that point. Mm-hmm. What were they? Under 500? 500?
4-3 when Jay played.
I mean, come on. You've been gifted. You solved by luck, not the greatness of Duke Tobin. By luck, they solved the hardest puzzle piece to get in, I would say, all sports. It is all sports. The quarterback. You got lucky and you got him. And you're so inept, you can't take advantage of it. Mm-hmm. You're gone. And I'd also look at it because I'm more strategic thinking and I'm more trained than they are. NBA, managed people, they're not. There's a bunch of been in football their whole life. They can't think about anything other than this football prism, right? I would think about, okay, I hired this guy. The team's revolting. They're sloppy as hell. They're never ready out of training camp. We probably should have been 0-2 with Joe playing a game and a half. Horrible. Sloppy. Inept football, no fundamentals, no discipline, no accountability. That all goes to one person. The coaches are a wreck. Who's that go to? Players went out. Who's that go to? So maybe I misunderstood what this culture is all about. Maybe it is just player friendly and nobody knows what the hell they're doing. So my next question to myself would be, I picked this guy. Why did I pick him? Is he delivering on this? No. If I got rid of him today, would he be in demand? The answer is an astounding no on both. Duke Tobin would not get a job.
He would probably get a coordinator job.
Zach? Yeah. He would not be a head coach. Mm-hmm. And also, the thing that people rant and rave, we got to get rid of quarterback A or Harbaugh a couple. That was stupid by the Baltimore fans. My next question to myself, can I get someone better? Because if you can, it's pointless. Mm-hmm. You can. The thing that's going to stop them to a degree is, am I willing, I'm Katie Blackburn or whoever. I won't do impersonations on that one. So I'm her, let's say. So I make that argument. Okay, can I get someone better? And then I say, how can I get someone better? The answer to that is, I got to step out of the way a little bit. Am I willing to do that to win? Mm-hmm. I don't think they're involved in the drafting. But I think, he's not even got the GM role. He is, but he doesn't have the GM role, dude. So I got to get out of the way. Am I willing to do that? Stay away a little bit. Mess with your stupid social media that you bragged about so much, Katie. I don't give a damn about your Twitter account. I don't give a damn about your pictures in the end zone. I don't care about that. I don't care if you improve my seat to make it a little more comfortable. Wouldn't be bad. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying tickets for all the nonsense. We talked about it at the tailgate. People go to there to party. We're not there to party. We're there to watch winning football, right?
Yep.
So they're acquiescing to all the bullshit that doesn't matter. Keep doing all that stuff. Have fun with it. I hate it. Am I willing to step out of the way, put a real general manager in there, give him control? Maybe I even hire a VP of football operations, a GM. I'd let the coach decide the GM. I really would. That's the way you do it right now. You get a big-name coach. I said it then. This is not hindsight. When Sean Payton was rumored to come out of retirement, what did I say I would do? You know it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd trade a first-round pick right now. Bam, get his ass in here and get the hell out of the way.
Yep.
Where would they be right now? It'd be a different animal, my friend. It'd be a different animal. And it wouldn't always be pretty. It wouldn't be fluff. And Joe may be pissed some of the time. Because you know what? When he throws a bad pick, do you think Sean's over there, like that, the Tennessee game? Good win there. Good win, Joe. Fucking. Sean be like, he wouldn't even say that, first of all. But he'd be in his face, right? Like, you're not going to talk to me that way. Mm-hmm. You think they can say whatever they want to Zach? You know they can. He's a substitute teacher that's a softie coming in high school, right? So that's what I would have done. Last year, I would have cleaned house. Vrabel wouldn't have took the job because he knows they wouldn't get out of the way. I would have promised him everything. I would have paid him more than New England. I would have got the hell out of the way, and I would have sat back and won a fucking championship. Sorry. How's it going in New England right now, Stevie boy?
Pretty good.
Pretty damn good. Is Drake May better than Joe Burrow healthy?
No.
Is their roster that much better? I don't think it is. You know what else they did? They signed veterans in places, splaying all these guys that are not stars because they knew they needed veteran leadership in the building. Did the Bengals do that? Do they ever do that?
Well, they did it. 21?
Yep. How'd that work out?
Pretty good.
Pretty damn good, right? So, you see my point. Like, I agree with their age limitation on playing high guys at times. But you can't have a bunch of young guys running around not knowing what the hell they're doing. They've done it every year now. We've talked about it. I got in Twitter spats. I'm on a rant here. I got in Twitter spats. You saw it. I was going hard at people. And I try not to do that on there. I do in person. Because those guys wouldn't say it to my face, right? But going hard. Oh, it's good all these rookies made. I said, you're full of shit. It's not good. Championship teams don't have 14 people make the roster. And the GM's over here patting himself on the back, dude, Tobin. That's going to hurt the team. Did it hurt the team? It absolutely did. You don't have the Hubbards and Von Bells and all those guys that were playing at a pretty good level to get in somebody's face right now. Even Pratt was the same way. So you can't just clean house and get rid of all those old guys and just draft a bunch of fourth, fifth, sixth rounders and think it's going to work out. Mm-hmm. That's been the strategy. It's lunacy, and it's not hindsight. I said it then. So, yeah, I hope they tank. I hope they get their ass beat. I'm not rooting against them. But long-term thinking, and it, like you said, there's a good chance it happens, right? It's chaos down there right now. And I'm not taking credit for this. A friend of mine who was in Vegas with me, a different company, we sat and talked about it. And he said it's a different animal, too. He doesn't think they'll fire him. He goes, but it's not just Burrow. It's a different animal. You got younger people up there that have bigger ears, rabbit ears. Mike Brown doesn't care what anybody says. They do.
Yeah.
They're social media gurus, right? They're seeing and feeling the heat a lot different than he ever has.
Yep.
You agree with that?
I agree with it 100%. Thought about that a lot this week. I was like, this is a lot different than what it was back in 91, 92, 93 when they was just,
miserable.
Miserable. It's a lot different. I mean, the heat's on, and something's got to be done.
Yep, I think they're hearing it, right? They've got. I'd hear it too. Like I'm not insulting them. I think when you have that many people mad at your product, as a business like where I work, if that many people are mad at my product, I got to do something, right?
Yeah.
Something's wrong here, and it's obviously not producing to the level of the other products in my division, right? Baltimore and Pittsburgh's not that good. and they're probably going to be right in the thick of it till the end. How are they doing that every year?
Yeah.
It's the coaching in the front office, right? And people, well, that's continuity for you. That's why look how many coaches Pittsburgh's had over the years. It's not continuity for that reason. Continuity for the sake of continuity gets you losses like the Bengals had. They're continuity because he's bleeping produced. I don't like him. You don't like the bug-eyed bleep, bleep, bleep. He can coach.
Yep.
Behind the scene, he keeps that team together one way or the other, right? I don't think he's an elite coach. More so, I don't think he's had elite talent. So maybe he is an elite coach, right? Like, honestly, maybe he is. You know, you think about it, that team's not that good. Harbaugh's a good coach. He's going to bring him back in. Unfortunately, I hate him. So that's the difference. You got two coaches and franchises there. You want to model something, go get somebody, and they're both, the thing that they have in common, they're ball busters, right? They'll get in your face. You know, they're not, oh, it's okay, buddy, like Zach is. So enough of that. Trade deadline, parlaying off of that. I'll go first, and then I'll give it to you real quick. I'll be quick on this one. Should they trade Trey? Yes. Should they trade Logan? Yes. Should they listen to trade requests for the sake of it? No. I don't care what McKinley Jackson says. Third round pick, you haven't played, shut the hell up. You have no voice, dude. Remember when Jordan said he went to the Bulls? Like, why would I say anything? I don't have a voice. You got to go out and earn the voice. Shut the hell up, fat man. You've done nothing. Zero. Shut the hell up. You're a third round pick. Play better. Shut the hell up. Trey, if they lose on Sunday, which we'll talk about it, he gone. If San Francisco's that hot and heavy as rumors, they're stupid, though. The Bengals are in this case. They're absolutely stupid. That's why I'd fire Tobin right now. I wouldn't wait. I'd get somebody below him if I'm Katie or one of them, and I'd say, listen, because Tobin's in a position. This is the hard part. When you got people that are wavering on their job, a head coach or GM, they're only thinking, short term, to try to save their job. So I'd say you're gone. I'd say you're gone Monday to Duke. I'd get one of his cronies saying, hey, that's negotiated trade for Trey, because Duke's not going to want to do it, to San Francisco. If that's what they want, you can get a second-round pick out of him. He gone. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd trade them all.
McKinley, too? You're not going to get anything out of him or Logan.
I mean, you just cut him. If he wants out, get his ass out. I mean, the only thing is if you're doing that, then you have to get rid of Tobin, because if you're getting draft picks, you're getting second, third, fourth round picks for all these guys. Guess what? Do we have faith next year with this same group that they'll know? So it's almost like, well, it's a package deal. Trade him, and then you're exactly right.
Fire his ass.
Fire his ass. Get him out of there.
And honestly, it would create some hope. That's probably the only thing other than wins, because we don't think it's going to happen. That would create a buzz within the team. I want chaos. You know,
well, right now they need something. That's for damn sure.
That'll put a buzz in them for off season. Like, to your point, like, I've heard people say this before, and I'm not knocking you. Like, these last games matter. They win culture and all that. They really don't. Like, you want some young guys to develop. But honestly, you go in that next year, everybody looks different. Look across the league, right? It's just how it works. The culture won't matter now if you bring in a new coach. He's going to come in there. If you get a fire breather, he'll change the culture day one, right? He'll come in. They're not a great team. Ben Johnson. You remember what we said when we heard him speak to the Bengals? He was in the Bears talking to the rank and file, and we both said, I'd run through a fucking wall for that guy, right?
Yep.
Remember that? Like, he's got spunk. And, you know, the Bengals might even beat him. I don't think they're that good of a team, but they're better than they were.
Yeah.
And he's building that team up as we transition right there perfectly to the Bears. Caleb Williams has really struggled. I just don't think, you know, I don't want somebody to get hurt, but I'm interested if he did get hurt. I'll say it that way. If he got hurt and the backup came in, what Ben could do with that guy. He's athletic. He's a CrossFit guy.
Okay.
Yeah, they paid him. They extended him. I'd like to see what he could do because he get rid of the ball quicker. Caleb holds the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball. Both running backs are out. Swift's been playing really well. He's just small, but he's playing really well. Their receiving core is pretty tough. Tight ends are tough. Defense is hit and miss. They haven't played horrible, but you can't really put that last game on. They're solid. But what's your thoughts on the Bears and what Williams will do against the Bengals defense without Trey? Your thoughts?
He's going to light them up.
Simple as that, huh?
I mean, it's simple as that, because they're not going to get pressure. He's good out of the pocket. So even if they do get pressure, I mean, all it takes is one read, right? You start that scramble drill. I mean, then it's not really an offense. It's a scramble drill.
Yeah.
You throw it to the open guy. That's all it is. You got time. You're running around. You got one side of the field. You pick a guy and you throw it. And they're horrible. They're the worst zone defense I have ever seen in my whole entire life. So like all these crossers, all these in breaks, all these slants, these windows. I mean, they get fooled. They don't know what they're doing. They got a rookie with a green dot that just doesn't know how to communicate. It's just, no, he's gonna light them up. They're gonna run all over him. That's the thing, that he may not have to light them up because Swift may have 250 yards freaking. Oh, is he out?
Both running backs are out.
Okay,
So it'd be a third string.
Well,
I don't think it'll matter, but
thought I seen he was questionable the other day.
I think they're saying he's out now.
Okay, it won't matter.
No,
they'll run all over him, and I'm gonna guess he's probably gonna have 2 or 3 first downs, probably himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they can't contain. They don't know how to structure a pocket and keep lanes and all that kind of. It's yeah. I don't see it. I'll tell you the prediction here in a minute.
Yeah, I think the thing with him, it's tough. I'm sure it's tough as a coach, right? Ben Johnson's job, because he's got everything you want. He's athletic, and his arm's up there, dude. Like, it's up there league wide, right? He can sling it.
He's a damn head case, though, dude.
He's a weird dude, and he likes to. He'd rather run around, and he's not the only one. Instead, just throw to guys. You got Odunze, DJ Moore. I think Burden's out. Burden's out.
He's out, yeah.
You got Loveland, and I think Komet might be out, but that's still talented. I mean, their offensive line's a lot better. That's another case like we talked about earlier in the year. Like, that offensive line's stacked, but at times they don't rank very well because he's running around holding the ball so long, right? Mm-hmm. Their average seconds, I'm sure, is really good, but defensively they got some guys. You look at. I think the Bengals should be able to move the ball on them, I would think. You still got Montez Sweat, right? Grady Jarrett's old. He's good. That Deo has made some plays. Austin Booker, I liked him coming out. Edwards, Tremont Edmonds from Buffalo. He's been there for a few years. They've had some injuries in their secondary really hurting him. I think they're getting some guys back. So what do you think the Bengals offense does against that Bears defense?
I think they'll put up some points. They're just too good. They got too many playmakers. As long as Flacco's good to go, which he's practiced all week, Chase said that he looks fine, doesn't seem like anything wrong. It's a sprain. I guess he went to the locker room and got a nice little.
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
Ingredient in his shoulder, and that's probably going to happen again. He's thinking, hey, you guys brought me in here, to do a job, and I'm going to go do it. I mean, he's a professional.
Yep.
And he's 40 years old. He don't heal as quickly. If he was 25, he may be fine. But, a couple of days, he's probably ready to rock and roll. But he's not 25 anymore. But I think they'll go up and down the field. But I think a crunch time when it comes down to it, the defense will give it up, and that'll be that.
Yep, hard to believe in him. I have an AC joint injury in my left shoulder before. I had to go get shots in it myself, partially to a rotator cuff. But AC joint you're throwing on him, whoo! I mean, cortisone shot helps, but that's a tough one, man. It's like the popping. I still get a little bit. It's a rough one. So, who you got? Straight up, who you picking? Bears, Bengals.
I'm picking the Bears.
Score.
37-24.
Yeah, ooh, you're not picking that close in, are you? Mm-hmm. I got the Bears 34-31. I think we're what? How many games they played? 8. We're 6-2, both of us, I believe. Picking them straight up. Not bad. So, around the AFC North, Pittsburgh still leads it after losing to the Green Bean Packers last Sunday. Pittsburgh's at 4-3. Funny, they're 4-3, and their difference in points is 0. Bengals are 3-5, minus 79. Baltimore's 3-5, minus 14, and the Browns are 2-6, minus 58. So that tells a story. Certainly, if the Bengals lose on Sunday, which we both just predicted they will be a half game behind Baltimore and fall to third place. A lot of people didn't see that one coming. We kind of feared that it might, and there it is. And the 1-7 Jets are minus 53, if that gives you a reference on that. So, ugly. Let's talk about our picks, Stevie Boy. We both are going against our team, unfortunately. Let's look at what we got. So, last week you went 2-2 in college. I went 2-2. But the more important one, we both won Thursday night again. We're both rolling on our Thursday night picks. If it was only the same all the way around, you went 0-4. Give it up, Stevie. Tipo de cap to you, my friend. That's impressive.
I'm probably actually... The information that I give and the picks that I give are probably better than you.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because then they can just say, okay, whatever Steve picks, I'm just going to pick the opposite. I mean, it's a brilliant method.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go big with this. I mean, I think I can I mean, I could do something with this. I think
I think you
start
got it.
my
I think
own
you got it in you.
YouTube thing, do my own,
Call yourself the Zero or the Ofer.
Yeah.
Worst gambler in sports history. So look, we've had 8 weeks of NFL. You went 0-4 3 times.
It's pathetic.
And
It's
you've
great.
had a 1-3. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
that's
I
impressive.
went 2-2 on the season against the spread. You are 9-23.
That's great.
Well done, sir.
That's great.
I am 17-14-1. Not great on college though. You've done all right on college. You're 15-19-1, but 3-1 2 weeks ago, 3-1 last. 3-1 3 weeks ago, 3-1 2 weeks ago, and 2-2 last week. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that.
yeah, you're gonna have to get bad. Just maybe you can be good at college and just bad at pro. So I'm 18, 15, and 2 overall.
That's too much work. Then I got 2 different
Yeah,
episodes.
that's true. The good, the bad,
Yeah, the good,
and the ugly.
You're better off just to be bad.
So Thursday night though, on
Well, I'm
Thursday
used
night,
to.
yeah, you're 6-2 on Thursday night. I'm 7-1. I'd put that's up there nationwide as good as anybody right on that. So, all right, as the Longhorn dude would say. All right, you want to go first or me on college, my friend?
I'll go first, old buddy, old pal.
I'm gonna type yours. I'll just get it later.
So I struggled with this one, but it's at Texas, so I'm taking Texas over Vandy.
Damn it, I got that one too. That makes me
It's
question.
gonna be a tough one. Yeah, so you lost. I've got Georgia 7.5 at Florida.
Okay.
I've got Tennessee at home minus 2.5.
I like
That's
that one.
against Oklahoma.
Yep.
And my team Georgia Tech minus 5.5 at North Carolina or at
NC State.
NC State.
I was gonna pick Tech. I'll leave it out because I knew you would. I said he's gonna pick that. I don't blame you. That's a good team. They're due for a letdown at some point. But I've got. So I took that one off, but I still got 5 games. So I'm cutting through on a couple of these. I'm gonna cut your Tennessee out since you picked them. So.
You can pick the same.
I know. Well, I don't want to. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying there. So I got Clemson. I'm riding that Tiger train again. minus 3.5 versus the Dukies.
I know.
The
I
Blue
almost
Devils.
did. I almost took Duke.
Really?
Yep.
I got the Buckeyes 18.5. It dropped, so I jumped on it. I'll check it again. I just looked at it right before it came out. Got Texas. Arch Manning is supposedly playing -3 versus Vandy. That's a tough atmosphere for Vandy. I know they played in some big stadiums.
That's what I was thinking.
But Horns down there, tough.
Horns out. That's going to be a tough one.
That's going to be a tough one. I like Texas. And I've got the Minnesota Golden Gophers who folded a little bit at home versus Michigan State. Only at 3.5, and Sparty's been pretty bad. So that's the route I'm going on that one. All right, Steve, boy, what do you got in the pros where you are setting an unprecedented, horrible streak?
Let's keep it
Maybe
going.
the worst handicapper in all of handicapperdom.
Here we go.
Go for
Are you
it.
guys ready? Write
do
this
it.
shit down, okay?
That's right. Circle it.
The New England Patriots minus 4.5
Damn it.
at home versus the Falcons.
Oh, it makes me sick you got that one.
The San Francisco 49ers
Oh, no.
minus
I'm gonna
2.5
have to change them all.
at the Giants. The Jacksonville Jaguars minus 2.5 at Vegas. And the Buffalo Bills plus 1.5 at home versus the Chiefs.
I got them down as an alternate. I think that spread changed. What are you on?
I am on FanDuel, and I just did it this morning.
Okay, it changed to 2 when I saw it. So I'll
Damn.
mark it down whatever you got there. So I'm going to leave the Bills out then since you picked them. No offense. New England.
You should do the same thing. We could do this losing thing.
That's true.
And we could call it Losers RS or Losers Bet because we're the greatest.
That's right.
I mean, we could be anything. I mean, I think you're not taking this what it could be.
Yeah. So here's the question. I'm going to go Cowboys -3 versus Arizona. I'm going to go Broncos -1.5 versus...
What's the over-under in that Cowboy game?
That's got to be a lot.
50s?
I'll check it. It's got it.
Diamondbacks were beaten by the Rangers.
Cool.
Diamondbacks. How'd you get Diamondbacks and Rangers out of
I
that?
don't know.
Let me see. I'll check it as I'm looking. So I'll go that game. I had the Bears -2.5 from the Bengals. I think I'm gonna do it. I hate to bet against
I almost
them.
did it, but I didn't want to bet against them, even though I
Yeah.
think they're going to get beat.
So I went Dallas, Broncos, Bears, and then I'm deciding between the Patriots in Atlanta or the Chargers in Tennessee. Chargers -9.5 in Tennessee sounds pretty good. But
I like that one too. But
I'm
I
gonna-
stayed away from it.
I'm gonna stick with the Patriots -4. So mine are New England -4.5 versus Atlanta, Bears 2.5 versus the Bengals, Broncos -1.5 versus Houston, and Dallas -3 versus Arizona. I shall look up that over/under real quick. What game was Arizona Dallas? Right? The over-under is 53.5. I'd take the over.
I think I would.
You never know. Somebody's got to play some D at one point. But did you hear Schottenheimer?
Hell, Arizona might score 35.
They might.
You know what I mean?
That game could be like 37-35, 37-34. I mean, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see Schottenheimer's all over it, but he was taking it as a we. I don't care what our damn offense is doing. We got to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I like. So, all right, that's it for this episode. It was a fiery one, Steve. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It took me a while to get him there. I was trying my best to get Steve fired up.
I didn't listen to a podcast. I didn't think about it. I stayed away from it till Wednesday. I wanted nothing to do with anything. I get, I bleed orange and black, dude. And when you put as much time, and we've talked about it before, with the podcast and just all the mental things that you consistently on a daily, weekly basis, the whole year. This isn't a preseason through. I mean, I'm invested year round. My wife hates me because of the Cincinnati Bengals.
And then other reasons, but that's the main reason.
That's the main reason. So, I've got a slingshot that is blinged out in the Cincinnati Bengals. You got a freaking Jeep that is
pretty embarrassing right now.
Exactly.
At least you could drive something else. I can't.
Right. That was such a great purchase.
Oh, it's a bad
I'm so
time.
glad I talked you into that.
I kept thinking about it, because I was getting dogged. I said, I'm going to get dogged. That's just how it goes. And my boss was like, that's tacky. I said, how dare you? But this is not a one-year investment.
It's not.
Yeah, so it can't
It's
be.
not. Well, this podcast isn't.
Yeah.
Anything that we're doing right now, we're invested in the Cincinnati Bengals. Hey, hell, we're invested in you guys. We appreciate everybody. Remember, iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, whether you're in the car. But with all that being said, brother, all slow traffic, stay to the right. Peace out.
Yeah.